Saudações pessoal, o meu nome é Atecep, sejam todos muito bem-vindos a mais uma live stream aqui no canal. Antes de darmos início à live stream, quero desejar-vos um ótimo ano 2024. Espero que o 2023 tenha sido bom, ou pronto, pronto, dentro do possível. E espero que o ano 2024 seja pelo menos um bocadinho melhor. Se não for muito melhor, opa, que seja tipo minimamente igual a 2023. Pronto, desde que não seja pior, já é meia vitória. E pronto, eu estava aqui descansado em casa, já estava farto de fazer sala. Eu pensei, se calhar, já que estou aqui, a esposa está ali a ver um filmezito. Estava aqui eu até a ouvir o podcast do Chat CPC dos meus amigos Balvez e Lubito, ou Bruno e André, o qual eu recomendo a subscrição e ouvirem. Eles estavam a falar sobre os jogos do ano deles de 2023, mas também estava-me a apetecer jogar e por que não jogar aqui o LA Noire. E como tal, não vamos perder mais tempo, como é habitual, e vamos dar aqui início já à live stream. E vamos estar aqui pelo menos até às 7 horas a jogar um bocadinho de LA Noire. Até mesmo porque interessa-me acabar o jogo, não é? Como muitos, porque pá, eu quando começo um jogo termino. E falar em terminar jogos, ultimamente tenho andado a jogar muito no Steam Deck. Por acaso foi uma boa aquisição. Amanhã à partida vou receber um SSD de 1 TB para pôr no Steam Deck. Se cá até faço um videozito. E até porque, como também quero fazer a alteração da pasta térmica do Steam Deck para ver se baixa um pouco a temperatura, se cá até faço um vídeo ou dois. Um para mudar o SSD e outro para mudar a questão da pasta térmica. Pasta térmica que eu vou tentar pôr o PTM 7950, acho que é assim. E ver como é que aquilo fica. Porque aquilo não aquece muito, mas chega tipo aos 84 graus, 85, uma cena assim, e eu não me sinto muito confortável com 85 graus na minha mão, né? E pronto, bem, não vamos estar aqui a engonhar ainda mais, mas é passar então aqui para o coisa, e vamos jogar. Eu estou a gostar muito de rejogar este jogo. Na altura o jogo parecia melhor do que é. Opa, mas é a cena, estarmos a jogar jogos que este jogo vai fazer 13 anos. 13 anos. Este é um jogo originalmente da PS3 e da Xbox 360. Opa, e nota-se que os gráficos não são grande coisa. Opa, mas é o que é. É o que é. E devo só aqui fazer sempre aquela batota. Não é batota, é fazer esta mudança de resolução para tirar-me o screen tearing. Mesmo que eu tenha as cenas da AMD ligadas, que vocês não conseguem ver. Mesmo que eu tenha as cenas da AMD ligadas, isto faz-me sempre screen tearing, acho eu. Tenho o Enhanced Sync ligado, mas mesmo assim mesmo com estas cenas dos FreeSyncs e o Variable Refresh Rate e tal, isto faz-me sempre screen tearing, não sei porquê, mas pronto. Para lá, eu antes de ir para ali tenho que recapitular o que eu estou a fazer. Da setup com o Roy Earl People, Albert Hammond. Já sei, isto é aquele gajo que tem a esposa, ou a namorada, ou o love interest, esta indivídua que anda aí a fazer trafulhas. Aliás, os dois estão nas cenas das trafulhices. Pistas, temos aqui uma data de pistas. Mãe do céu. Book is not bad. With boot não sei o que. Conard Ascania, postcard depicting Conard Ascania passenger onliner. Bus ticket. Interstate bus ticket to Akron, Ohio. Telegram. Western Union telegram to Elvira Hammond, your boy done good, home soon, Albert. Ok, torn movie ticket, magazine coupon, tá bem. Pronto, isto aqui era mais um bookmaker, acho eu, não é? Exatamente.
Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to close up. She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
How long ago did she leave?
Maybe 5 minutes. Called a cab. Asked for a number. I told her there was a card over there by the phone.
Ok. Então temos que ir ali ver o que há de pistas. Que isto já está com aquele violoncelo e bum, bum, bum. Ah, não, melhor, não é um violoncelo, é um contrabaixo. Ainda é diferente. Está aqui, Yellow Cab Company.
Yellow cab. We need to get after her, fast.
Gotta go fast. I'm fast as fuck, boy. Pronto. É só isto. Então vamos telefonar ao cab. Ver onde é que ela deixou.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Ah, não, vai ser um all points bulletin, ok? Um APB. Não é?
Can you connect me to the Yellow Cab Company?
Oh, no.
Hollywood 2187, please. This is Detective Phelps, LAPD. You dispatched a cab to 1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood.
Yes, sir. Send one round from the pool.
Do you have the number of that cab?
Number 179.
Thanks.
Number 179.
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
Hã? Eu tenho que ligar outra vez? Não. Eu tenho que ir atrás do carro, não é?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Where are we going?
Hã? Espera, deixa-me perguntar aí ao nosso amigo.
What do you think?
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
Marvin.
Isn't that the cop who won the medal and saw
Ah, este indivíduo.
You have any idea who Ray is?
Sugar Ray?
Not now, Mervyn. Cole doesn't have much of a sense of humor at the best of times.
Ray runs a shop up on North Cherokee Avenue, just south of Hollywood Boulevard.
Pronto, já temos o novo.
Oh, Susie, you are so
I'm stumped.
Caramba!
Can you drive to this one?
Ray's
Do we know where we're
Bookmaker.
going?
Yes. Mas nós já tínhamos este. Nós já tínhamos esta pista.
Planning on cleaning out every bookmaker in town.
Yeah.
Hammond needed to make sure he was getting a bigger payday than if he'd taken the flop.
Never trust the limeys, especially where a fight's concerned. A mistake we can't seem to stop making.
Pronto, vamos a mais um bookmaker porque ela anda a limpar os bookmakers todos. Haviam 3 nesta cidade e ela foi aos 3 apostar não sei quantos mil e ela está a buscar 4.000 dólares em cada um. 4.000 dólares na altura era alta pasta.
That's the cab waiting up ahead. She's not in the car. Don't get too close.
Ei, tem que ser eu a conduzir.
She must be inside.
Não queria nada. Olha ela. A colecionar o kit todo.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab. Hammond is over the hill. He's a punching bag for the up-and-comers. She knows his goddamn place.
I think he knows. I think he worked out the place isn't LA.
He's punchy. His brain's going to mush. Winston Churchill? Give me a break.
Churchill is a fighter, Roy. Hammond didn't just scribble down the first name he could think of.
Eu vou-me pôr atrás deste carro.
Great idea, Cole.
Liguei a sirene. Ai, que estupidez. Eu sou muito estúpido. Peço perdão. Peço perdão. Eu não devia ter feito isto.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab. Hammond is over the hill. He's a punching bag for the up-and-comers. She knows his goddamn place.
I think he knows. I think he worked out the place isn't LA.
He's punchy. His brain's going to mush. Winston Churchill? Give me a break.
Churchill is a fighter, Roy. Hammond didn't just scribble down the first name he could think of.
Ei, safei-me de boa.
Easy, Cole. Better back it off.
Eu não sei o que é que dá mais
You quit
estrilho.
driving like a jackass already?
Está calado. Sou badalhão. Eu detesto estas cenas de seguir. Em todos os jogos detesto. É horrível.
Hammond is full of himself, being this sure he was gonna win.
Então, o gajo sabe que é bom. Vocês é que queriam que ele fizesse batota. Ele jogou contra vocês, seus burros. E fez ele muito bem. Que este gajo é corrupto. Como já deu para perceber.
That's it. We're spotted. Back off. Back off.
We are spotted. O que é? Estás a falar de quê? Ninguém nos viu, burro.
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
Eu estou à espera que esta perseguição ridícula acabe.
Whoa, back off before we get made.
Yeah.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
Tá, mas... Ah, pá, foda-se. Este jogo é horrível. Conduzir neste jogo é doloroso.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab. Hammond is over the hill. He's a punching bag for the up-and-comers. She knows his goddamn place.
I think he knows. I think he worked out the place isn't LA.
He's punchy. His brain's
Eu acho
going
que
to
joga-se melhor
mush.
com comando
Winston
a conduzir.
Churchill? Give me a break.
Churchill is a fighter, Roy. Hammond didn't just scribble down the first name he could think of.
Damn it, we got pink. He's off, quick.
He's off quick. O quê? Eu até prefiro que ele ande mais rápido.
Hammond is full of himself, being
Pouco
this sure
suspeito.
he was gonna win.
God damn it. Everyone's looking at us, Cole.
Está calado. Também sempre que este táxi passa uns semáforos fica vermelho para mim, logo, direto.
Careful, we'll get spotted at this distance.
Pô, na próxima vez levas tu o carro. Não é? Esse gajo está armado em espertinho. Melhor eu esperar aqui mais um bocado, aqui ao longe.
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
É que as estradas nos Estados Unidos são horríveis, são todas retas.
You got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
Este gajo é espertinho, não é? Pronto, estamos
Pull
no
over.
sítio.
She's heading inside.
Ah, e ela tem a tal bilhete para Hawaii.
I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
I can't decide between the tuna fish or the chicken.
The women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Hey! Fuck you!
Ah,
I I swear, this town is going straight to hell. The cop from the newspapers.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy?
What?
Roy! Call an ambulance.
Hammond got away.
He said,
Just try and sit still, Candy.
Make
Who
me
shot you?
pay.
Was it Albert?
car.
They're
Hey.
on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
A tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't make it out of town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
Ixi. Não estava à espera. Esta história está mal contada. Esta história está muito mal contada.
32 caliber. One shot fired.
Foda-se. Esta história está muito mal contada. Parece-me. Muito mal contada mesmo.
The Egyptian Theater.
Muito mal contado isto.
So, what now? The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on. So, what next?
Hammond must be hiding out the theater. Let's get there and square things up.
Coitada da rapariga. Opa, ela também estava a fazer maluquices, não é? Mas daí até dar-lhe um tiro no peito.
Come on, Roy.
On my way.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Ao Egyptian Theater. Ora, será que aqui alguma pista que me falhou? Não, porque é que aquilo ainda me está ali a aparecer, não é? Será que falhou-me alguma pista? Deve-me ter falhado alguma pista.
Hammond must be hiding out the theater. Let's get there and square things up.
That's the guy from the paper who solved that big case. I think his name is Phelps. He brought in that case
Sure.
where a poor lady killed near City Hall. Two peanuts were walking down the street. One was assaulted.
You got a problem, pal?
Ah!
It's still warm.
Então, afinal falhava mesmo. Estava mesmo a faltar uma pista. Deixa eu ver aqui locations. Não.
Any ideas?
Hammond must be hiding out the theater. Let's get there and square things
Yeah,
up.
está aqui outra parte do teatro.
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Here's what I heard. Cops caught the guy who did.
You're behind the wheel.
Covered it up.
All right, where to?
Vamos aqui ao teatro então. Ou ao cinema, sei lá.
Poor girl. She didn't deserve that.
Poor girl. Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year because of her. You need to leave town a lot quicker than that if you decide to screw over Mickey C.
Oi, está aqui um
This
carro.
seems like a long shot, aren't they all?
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. Revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all clear.
bitch. He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
Ah. O gajo deu-lhe uma facada. Ela é que se assustou e deu um tiro.
Kill her, Carlo. Your gripe was with me.
She was collecting the money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living.
Ai, o Mickey. Ah.
She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take a dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's for the best, kid.
You were washed up, kid! You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere!
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself. So did little boy. You did it to make a quick buck, and Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money. All I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
E agora, o que é que eu tenho que fazer? Matá-los aos dois?
We've heard enough, Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
You're making a big mistake, Arcaro.
Pá, eu dei-lhe um headshot.
Throw out the gun.
Está um gajo em cima de mim. Ixi, e consegui ver. Estava outro ali, não é? Como é que eu vou lá para cima? Olha, este já foi.
It's time to come out now, Hammond. Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. Yascania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps!
Donnelly and the homicide squad send their best, Phelps. They're more than pleased that you wrapped up the Edwards killing. They're a little mystified about the motive. You have any ideas on that?
Crime of passion, sir. Looks like some sort of love triangle between the manager, the fighter, and his girlfriend.
No sign of the scrapper?
No, sir. Looks like he left town after the fight.
Okay. It's homicide's problem now. Good work, gentlemen.
Esquisito isto. Este pessoal muito corrupto. Este pessoal passa o dia a corromper. Muito corrompimento. Mas eu acho que aqui este departamento do Vice, estas missões do Vice estão assim um bocado seca. Não tem tanto trabalho de...
187 at
Sei lá.
5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Pronto. Pá, se ele diz, ele manda. Se ele manda, ele diz, eu vou. Isso é o que interessa. Ele diz, eu vou.
What's that getup of yours anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm the same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
Este Joca fala demasiado.
Joking, Roy.
Este Joca, se tivesse caladinho, era o que faria de melhor. Sendo sincero. Mas pronto, isso sou eu. Com o meu mau feitio.
Seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Só que há mais.
One case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Sei lá. Não tem nada a ver com isso.
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Yeah. Há muita gente que morre sem identificação e olha. São cremados. São os John and Jane Doe.
Second floor. Apartment 6. In the back.
Ok.
Thanks.
Pronto. Isto não dá para ir. Sixth floor apartment. O que é? É isto? Isto não é o sexto floor.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug?
How
can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Este gajo era fixe. Aquele gajo era fixe. Possible suicide. Duvido. Tem aqui sleeping pills. Parece mais é não?
Looks like barbiturates.
Tem aqui Shaolin.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Stoneman. Deixa-me ver esta fatiata. Se tem alguma coisa aqui.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Bem, é melhor ver o corpo, não é? Infelizmente, coitada.
Phelps? Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs.
Yeah.
The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated.
Yeah.
This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
Yeah, I took a look.
Be my guest.
Yeah, ela tem uma marca no pescoço e no braço. Tem aqui algumas
Take a
lacerations.
closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
Yeah. E olha os braços. Todos picados.
Bruising on the forearms and these
Yeah, parecem
look like bite marks.
trincas.
Very good.
E aqui igual. Tem um anel aqui.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Safira
Eyes are
negra.
a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her in these photos? It's something else.
Yes. Miss Julie was...
Sim.
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she was having trouble with some boys, huh?
Maybe she got her heart broken. Couldn't take it anymore. So she ran herself a bath and down some pills, and then she just drifted off.
I don't know.
This is all top end of town stuff.
She always
Gives us somewhere to look.
had so much fire. So much
E aqui atrás.
drive. I'm sorry.
Tem nada.
Let's be very clear.
Deixa eu ver as outras fotos.
It's okay.
Been a modeling assignment.
Sim, talvez que ela era modelo. Da scene.
It's place to start.
I'm working working Tuesday. Come keep me company. Ask for Miss Randall. E esta.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Deixa eu ver se aqui tem mais alguma coisa. Alguma pista. Não. Tem nada. Não tem absolutamente nada. Eu já falo consigo, minha senhora. Vou continuar aqui a investigar a situação. Ah, eu acho que esta é a arma do crime. Uma concha de sopa. Ah, será que foi o rolo? Tem aqui provas de farinha. Farinha Amparo. Ah, será que foi o ferro de engomar?
I doubt it.
Também duvido. Ei, obrigado pelo follow principal. Seja bem-vindo à live stream, amigo.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's
Já agora,
something I
bom
should
ano
do
para
and
ti.
someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
Quem é o Mr. Anderson? Deve ser o...
Detectives, ma'am. They can try and get in
Deve
contact.
ser o manager dela.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Pá, isto é lá. Ela andava sleeping
What are you
pills.
hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julie was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about. If you were any kind
Como assim? Não, desculpa. Foda-se. Não, esta merda, isto chateia-me. Foda-se. Então... Sleeping... Oh, se calhar era sleeping pills. Foda-se. Agora vou ter que correr isto tudo outra vez.
Second floor. Apartment 6. In the back.
Caralho, porra do jogo. Foda-se. Vamos aqui no instante.
Phelps? Mal, we've had a look around.
Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub,
Passa à
the
frente.
water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
Yep. Got bite marks.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
It spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her in these photos?
Bem, deixa-me só buscar aqui estas outras pistas.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Pronto, temos aqui um casaco de homem. Tem aqui os tais comprimidos.
Looks like barbiturates.
E agora... isto.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Tem a tal prescrição médica, né?
We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Ok. Agora tenho que ver as fotografias. É a do meio, não é?
Been a modeling assignment.
Deixa eu ver aqui atrás. O que é que tem?
It's a place to start. This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look. Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Chama-se que isto aqui ainda pita. Que não tem nada, não é?
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order.
Pronto.
Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
Pronto, aqui vou usar sleeping pills, certeza que é isso.
No more than normal.
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julie was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She was taking barbiturates. She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
You've seen the pill box, the things she hid in there. I don't know how she supported herself. Always new clothes and jewelry. She lived like a movie star.
Pois,
A princess.
estou a ver.
Does modeling really pay that well?
Pá, depende. Se for para fazer aqueles filmes. Oi! Está tudo. Até aos feriados este menino trabalha, faz mais que o PS. Opa, estava ali. Estava a ouvir o vosso podcast, mas depois apeteceu-me jogar e eu. Por que não jogar LA Noire? E olha, estou a jogar LA Noire, meu amigo. E tu estás fino desde de ontem?
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Yeah. E aquele casaco?
You're lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson. Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Ah, não? Então explica-me este man smoking jacket. Claro, mas tenho de dormir mais. Pois, ontem foi até tarde.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry, I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
In Frisco?
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Ele não se acredita. I doubt.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement and then you can go home.
Pronto. Acho que tenho tudo. Deixa-me falar aqui com o Joca.
Help me out.
You want to go digging around in drains trying to support Mal's theory? You go ahead. I'm not getting my hands dirty.
What?
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
E caralho, o gajo já fala como se fosse chefe.
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Que reunião de detetives, já. Aquele era fixe, o do tráfego. O do tráfego era fixe. É que eu agora não vou ser burro. Agora tenho aqui um guia e tenho que ver qual é a ordem das cenas. Tenho que ficar fora a ver se encontro seringas, né? Mesmo dos homicídios é um gajo fixe, bêbado, mas fixe. Opa! Sim. Um bocado casmou. Ah, era aqui. E, olha, afinal é. Morfina.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
Este gajo é... Já não me recordo bem.
Will confirm it one way or another.
Este gajo...
I think our work is done here.
Este Joca, meu... Este gajo está metido nisto.
Seems irrelevant.
O Joca está metido nisto da morfina. Quase que aposto. Já não me lembro do jogo, também já joguei isto tipo há 10 ou 12 ou caralho, anos. Mas...
I'm at a loss.
I say we check out the dress shop.
Ok. Vamos lá à dress shop. Saber quem é que comprou aquele casaco. Se está metido não me lembro, mas o gajo sabe mais que toda a gente. Isso sim, este gajo está metido em muita merda. Não me engano.
You're behind the wheel.
Pronto, vamos lá. Sim, vamos à dress shop. Buscar as pequenas provas, só depois é que vamos a sítios mais coisas. Tá a foder, Joca.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
Yeah.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Pá, tá visto que o Joca tem bife com muita gente. Ah, tá aqui o da Cine. Que ela comprava também roupa aqui. Né? Ok.
You all seem to be standing around. Shouldn't you be
Well,
working?
hello. What can I help you with today?
A foder.
You drove me up to Mulholland? We needed some neck.
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
Tá morta.
She was found dead this morning.
Ok.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Eu acho que isto é doubt. Deixa eu ver. Por acaso é truth.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Faz sentido.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like to very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Oh, já me lembro dessa gaja, uma pequena cabra. Qual? Esta? Ah, fashion model and friend of Julia Randall. Relationship with the victim.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Ah, ela parece estar a dizer a verdade. Essa mesma Heather. Ah, parece estar a dizer a verdade, mas saber. Está a dizer a verdade.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Foi esta que o matou. Está feito. Esta conheceu a falecida através do atual noivo desta. Só que o noivo desta andava metida com a falecida. E esta assim, vou contratar dois gajos que vão morfiná-la toda e ela vai morrer de overdose. Já vi o filme todo. Nem vale a pena jogar mais isto. Já vi o filme todo.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
Mas ela não conhece mesmo. Ela está a dizer a verdade.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Foi esta. Só pode. Só pode. Foi esta badalhoca que matou a falecida. Oh, Joca, deixa pensar que vais ser tu a conduzir. Não tens mais nada.
What now?
Our doctor was prescribing enough pills to stop a horse. Maybe we should pay him.
Can you drive to this one?
Yeah, vamos
Fine.
então.
Where are we headed?
Foi, não digas que não foi, que eu sei que foi. Deixa-me manter a minha teoria. Commercial Clinic of Dr. Stoneman, Julia Randall's prescribing physician. Vamos lá ver. E vamos perguntar porque é que ela andava a dar dose de cavalo.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Está a foder, homem. Estás-me a tentar dar graxa? Tá bom. Sabor! Richer, cleaner and bolder. The finest tobacco. The finest tobacco in America. Smoke Valor, the cigarette most doctors prefer. Filter tip cigarettes. The Valor Tobacco Company. Absolutely fireproof. Ora. É aqui, não é? Ora, onde é que está a situação para saber... second floor, não é? Como é que era? Como é que se chama o homem? Chama-se... Stoneman. Deixa-me ver aqui o Stoneman. Stoneman... Espera, não é aqui?
Advice?
Estamos no sítio certo.
You got any idea what office the guy is in?
Sei lá. Não está aqui nenhum Stoneman. Não? Esse cara não é aqui? Será que é aqui? Estou no sítio errado. Olha o Bruno José ali. Será que é aqui? Deixa ver onde é que é o próximo newspaper. Da Setup, Manifesto Destiny. Manifesto Destiny, não. Esse caso aí era exclusivo de pre-order. Era? Fogo? Sério? Este caso era exclusivo de pre-order. Fogo. Estás a ver porque é que não vale a pena jogar jogos no lançamento? As DLCs no seu início conseguiam ser bastante agressivas. O Bruno tem um império de sounds do caralho. Bom. Acredito que seja no segundo andar, não sei.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Agora já aparece aqui Stoneman. 505. Mas há pouco lá embaixo não dizia.
Stoneman, Office 505.
Pronto. 505. Call Phelps, Watch 1247.
LAPD, we'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Este é que é o paciente. Eu pensava que este é que era o...
Dr. Stoneman,
são 5 casos de DLC nisso. Ui, então tem que ver quais é que são.
Very sorry to hear that. Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Mas ela está morta.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Isto é doubt, quase certeza. Mas deixa-me averiguar. Sleeping. Não. In July 46. Não sei daqui onde é que se passa este jogo. Mas deve ser lá, não é? Porque se tem aqui July 46, deixa ver. Mas deve ser lá, pois. Lá, accused, pois. Sei lá em que é que se passa este jogo.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
Tenho acesso a isto, seu burro.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Então, ou seja, umas 8, 10 horas de jogo à vontade. Naked City Details, que é esta, não é? Esta. A Slip of the Tongue Details. A Slip of the Tongue, qual é essa? Peraí. A Slip of the Tongue NOIRE. Deixa eu ver. Qual é esta? Qual é esta? Esta está bem, ok. Mais, qual é a outra? Está calado. Naked City, é que estamos a fazer. Nicholson Electroplating, deixa eu ver. Nicholson Electroplating. Eleanor. Deixa eu ver. Walkthrough. Esta não devo ter feito ainda. Não. Arson Reefer Madness. Essa do Reefer Madness eu fiz. Reefer Madness. Walkthrough. Esta também já fiz. Já. Reefer Madness. The Console Scar Details. Essa do Console Scars é. Do you fuck young boys Valdez? Are you madman? Não, eu não fazia ideia. Ok. Então, peraí, de DLCs só me falta então esta que estou a fazer.
Detective?
Está calado, caralho.
You often lose focus like this?
E a Arson, ok. Esta é a quarta DLC que eu estou a fazer. Está bem, está fixe.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Doubt. Esta é doubt, de certeza, mas quero confirmar. Exato, é doubt.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Ok, mas aqui também não fui buscar muita informação. Deixa-me usar aqui este. Vou usar o cenas dele.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Putting you through now.
Call Phelps, batch 1247.
1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Por favor.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Ok, já vou.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Ok, vamos lá. Doutor drogado chamado Stoneman. Pá, se calhar foi de propósito. Se calhar foi de propósito. Não há outra forma de ver isso. Foi de certeza que foi de propósito. Call Phelps, batch 1247.
I'm at a loss.
Sounds like Mal has our next contestant on the slab, Cole. We better get over there.
Call Phelps by 1247. Putting you through now. Depois vais-te rir com um desfecho do Stoneman.
Boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Não reparei. Por acaso não reparei, mas se o Joca diz, eu acredito. Então o que é? Será que foi o médico?
Where are we going?
Então vamos ver a autópsia, né? Oh, Phelps, bound, run, fall, 47.
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
Yeah. There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Pá, aqui o Joca ele tem razão. Há que concordar com o Joca. Pronto, estamos aqui na morgue. Está ali este gajo é fixe. Eu curto este médico. Este médico legista. O gajo percebe do hip hop.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked? As the cannibals finished off eating the clown.
Pois é do outro lado.
Did that taste funny to
Paul,
you?
Roy, I have some information.
What?
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
Pois está aqui outra mulher. Toda espancada.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
Pois.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Opa, o Joca, meu, o Joca tá-me a irritar, meu. O Joca tá-me a irritar. Ela continua aqui toda morta, né? E este gajo? Ih, este gajo está todo empenado. Mansa. Uma harmónica.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
Que se tem a ver?
Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door.
Queria falar com ele, queria.
Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Queria falar com ele, sim,
Sure,
senhor.
Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Este Joca, meu, está-me a apetecer mandar-lhe uma puta de um estouro no focinho, caralho. Bem, agora temos que ir à police station, né? É lá para baixo, né? Como é que eu vou lá para baixo? Estou perdido. Será que é lá para cima?
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
É onde? Sei lá onde é que é isso. Interview room 2.
I didn't want to arrest the kid, so I gave him a dusting he wouldn't forget.
Ah, está aqui. Não está aqui, não. Está aqui.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Bem, este gajo está claramente a mentir, não é? Este gajo está claramente a mentir. Portanto, o que eu acho é que deve ser doubt, não é? Mas deixa-me só confirmar, que eu não sei... Ah, pois, é doubt. Okay. Doubt.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck on the shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations.
No shit, Sherlock.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Lie.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
Ah é? Então explica-me só uma situação. Como é que... Está aqui o teu casaco. Aliás, acho que a prova é o casaco. Ah não, é o skipper statement. Made Virginia Reynolds testifies to Mr. Randall living in San Francisco.
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could get some from this guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. You think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Isto é doubt, certo? Deixa-me só confirmar, mas acho que é doubt. É doubt. Eu não tenho provas contra ele.
Reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Parker, some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Aí, vou ter que perseguir. Fogo.
He's in that car at the lights.
Detesto perseguimentos, perseguições.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Too close, Phelps. Way too close.
Está caladinho. Tem lá culpa que o gajo não sabe conduzir. Eu também neste jogo também não consigo. O carro dele não se destaca nada. Mesmo. Mas o jogo é muito burro. Não curto nada aqui o jogo. E eu agora neste jogo ando a conduzir com o comando. Fogo. Conduzir isto com rato e teclado é horrível. Ninguém merece. Este gajo pintou o carro de gelado de baunilha para aquela cor que feia.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
O gajo passa vermelhos e eu também. Oh. Ué, 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 lelê. Caralho. Isto passa sempre tudo. Tipo, passa de verde logo para vermelho, nem amarelo. É por isso que eu não gosto das perseguições neste jogo, olha, olha. Está ali verde, não é? O gajo vai passar. Primeiro, o gajo é burro para não ver. Ó. Vermelho logo. É impressionante, é impressionante. Eu digo, foda-se. Que jogo miserável.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
E o gajo fica mesmo ofendido. O gajo nunca ter ido a Okinawa à uva. Isto é que é uma prisão. Parece. Aí o gajo vai à prisão. É, já está direitinho. Já está a ir direto ao assunto. Ah. O gajo vai a uma casa de penhores.
He needs money and fast.
Yep. O gajo está aqui numa casa de penhores.
Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Tá bem, tá bem. O gajo está ali do outro lado, eu estou deste. Acho que está a uma boa distância dele, não é? Com licença. Isto de derrotar a comida do meio-dia. É pá, mas não me digas nada. Perseguir a pé ainda é mais miserável que perseguir de carro. Ao menos de carro ainda te desvias das coisas. Aqui só estás tipo a caminhar feito burro. Press to go incognito. Press left click button to Chris Ronaldo. Sui. O gajo vai atravessar para aqui. Está aqui o Zaruco. Nossa, Zaruco, 50, disposto. Ai, o gajo está a atravessar a rua. Então deixa-me passar para este lado. Não estou a dar nada cana, para não. Estou a ser super... Estou a passar muito despercebido.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Também toca aí o saxofone. E olha aí. O gajo está a ir para ali. Gentleman's Smoking Supply. Smoking Supply.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Mas eu ainda consigo vê-lo. Hawa kiwawa. Hawa kiwa. Isto é que é só um restaurantezito? Não. Agência de viagens. Sei, parece.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Dearest Beverly, with love and affection always. Pronto, qual é a cena? Oi, peraí, deixa eu ver o que é que se passa. Quando tiveres o teu SSD no Steam Deck. Mas porque é que queres que eu experimente a emulação da Wii U? Qual a motivação? Deixa-me fazer ali uma chamada.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Oxymoron for you.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting
Did
you
you
through
read
now.
about the Charlestad case in the paper?
Phelps,
That's
badge
the
1247.
detective who solved it. Poor kid.
How could I help, Detective?
Everything like that.
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Ok.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Wilcox. Amo.
This guy must have escaped.
Porque os vídeos que me apareceram mostram a correr melhor que na Wii U. Foda-se, o Steam Deck é assim tão bom.
What now?
We need to talk to the uniform and get the dope on LeBlanc.
Deixa-me ver qual é a ordem agora. Pronto.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Do we know where we're going?
Vamos vir aqui, não é?
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Até aí não é mentira. Oi, o gajo está a correr.
Come on, let's give him a hand. Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
E caramba, este gajo corre muito. Mas porquê é um tiroteio? Qual a motivação para o tiroteio? Ei, mas eu tinha dado headshot àquele. Isto é jogar muito Valorant. Ai, ai. Call Phelps badge 1247.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant.
Putting you through
armed
now.
robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. Nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I missed his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't
Willie.
done too badly yourself.
Quem é o Willie?
Help me out.
We need to talk to the uniform and get the dope on LeBlanc.
Então, mas era só isto?
You can drive.
Fine, where are we headed?
Vamos lá falar com os outros detetives do homicídio. Os nossos amigos favoritos.
LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
We caught up with Mal. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc.
He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
The guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town. Tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
You could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you.
Muito agradecido, muito agradecido.
Here you go.
Muito obrigado.
Thanks.
Mostra-me lá os dados.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Deixa eu ver. Golden Emerald Earrings, não. Então. Cigarette case. Não vejo aqui cigarette nenhum.
I got this gadget whiz guy putting recording devices.
Ah, Black Sapphire Ring.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Yeah.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Pronto. E o cigarette case? Ah. Já sei. O anel. Hã? Peraí. Não, peraí que enganei-me. Pearl ring.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Mais alguma coisa?
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case.
Seems Julia wasn't the first board society girl to
Ah,
hide her
pill
bennies in that
box.
pill box. Any ideas?
Okay. We check out this Eastern broad and see if we can make the link between the burglars and Arnett.
Pronto. Como é que mandas?
You know the way. You can drive.
All right, where to?
Peraí, mas é mesmo para ir para a residência? É. Está lá o Roy.
Get a move on, Roy.
Vambora. Uá.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Está lá, mas é já à minha
You
frente.
and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
É, o Phelps é muito conas, é muito politicamente correto. E depois vai andar a pinocar a alemã.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
Claro. Muito agradecido, minha senhora.
I am Mrs. Eastrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man? if you are returning 43 pieces of my property.
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Foda-se logo a partir. Mas atenção, que és tu que ultimamente andas aí pronto.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Minha senhora, isso é mentira.
Why are you lying about the value of your
É
jewelry?
exatamente, porque eu tenho o registro.
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
Ah, minha senhora, eu tenho a lista do contrabando. Tá a brincar comigo? Tá a brincar comigo? Não, por acaso.
Young man, you are being
Pois,
quite...
desculpa. Desculpa. Não era a lista de contrabando, era a avaliação.
180.
Espero que aquilo não tenha dado save. Eu acho que aquilo deu save. Felizmente não deu save.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective.
Yeah, era a avaliação do
Priceless tiara that
do
has
pawn
been
shop.
in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
Ainda bem que falaste da cigarette case, porque eu tenho aqui e ela estava avaliada em $10 mil.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Acho que ela está a dizer a verdade, mas deixa-me usar a intuição. Tenho que usar isso também. Yeah.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and
Ai, o
his lovely
tal.
wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs.
Fogo,
Eavestrom.
temos aqui a
The
prova.
department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives.
Ai.
What is going on?
Ai.
Ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Ei, porquê é que eu tenho que ser eu a conduzir? Olha, conduz tu. Foda-se, vou ter mesmo que ser eu a conduzir.
Card at St. Helena's Gym in the Bronx tonight. Golden Gloves boxing. Third round bout in the South Novice lightweight class, and it's strictly standing room only.
Tem que ir eu a conduzir.
1 minute and 30 seconds. 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 1 minute and 30 se
caralho, estas plantas são duras.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
What a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Ah, estas casas estão todas em construção, este bairro. Engraçado. Será que é melhor virar aqui à direita?
Look out!
Ei! Caramba, desculpa, amigo. Detesto conduzir neste jogo. Isto é só mais uma prova disso mesmo. Aqui ainda para mais é bué longe, porque é que não pode ser ela a conduzir? Porque é que tem que ser eu? Que sentido faz isso? Fico logo chateado. É super longe. Está a custar a chegar. Tudo a sair daqui para fora. Vambora que eu sou a polícia. Ah! Ai! Atenção que eu sou a polícia policial. Fogo. Tudo a sair da minha frente. Show! Drogados. Cheguei. Vamos lá. Vamos lá entrar no apartamento. Ver essa situação.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
No.
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Este aqui hesitou um bocado. E o Phelps dá alto amor ao botão como se o botão tivesse culpa de alguma coisa.
Isn't this just nice and awkward?
Oi?
Stop! LAPD! Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put
get
your
out,
hands
bro.
in the air.
Quem é este gajo?
Give it up, LAPD.
E o gajo teletransportou-se.
Don't make me chase you.
stop or I will shoot.
Que dois bonecos. Dois burros. Mas se eu virava-me para trás dava... Estupidez. Hã?
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
Deixa-me ver a mala. Está aqui o bilhete.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
E que boca! E este relógio também estava desaparecido.
Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
Uhum. Exato, por acaso vou acreditar. Por acaso acredito. Deixa-me ver o que é mais aí. Continuar a explorar aqui o apartamento. Olha, por acaso por outro apartamento que ele tem aqui. Isto não interessa para mim. E aqui? Neste quarto. Ei.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
É um charuto, meu. Tem aí provas irrefutáveis. Oh.
Don't think this is anything.
Então estás a ver que isso é uma carteirinha de fósforos. Deixa-me só falar aqui com o Roy.
You won't let me leave until we finish this, detective. So you'd best get on with it.
É só uma pergunta.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Contrabando list, será?
Because you pawned a
Pois é.
Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties, find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was gonna marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was gonna create a new gang.
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
Então, mas... E o train ticket? Deve ser o train ticket, não? Exatamente.
Have you told Miss Swanson that you're leaving for Mexico City tomorrow night? That it's a one-way ticket?
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
I had no choice. I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face. I had to pay Willie and Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Então fala-me do casaco.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
Your first burglary was a Dr. Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get him to do whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
E acaba assim? E o Stoneman? Agora tem que ir à cena de Stoneman. Pois. Oh, esta DLC é grande.
So what next?
Stoneman lied to us.
You're behind
It's
the
time we
wheel.
had another talk with him.
Commercial clinic of Dr. Stoneman, Julia Randall's prescribing physician.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
Should have never told you that.
Tipo, eu nem tive a oportunidade de andar ao soco com o gajo, ele deu-me logo uma marretada no cérebro. Ai, ai, ai. Bem, vamos lá, mas é falar com o tal Dr. Stoneman, que é o Mr. Anderson. Esse boy. So boy.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better. Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett, and tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
E que boca, logo a partir.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in. I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief.
Bem, ao menos ele já está a admitir.
I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Pois, mas
Will
ela está
you
falecida.
testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Mas não.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
E acabou. E está resolvida a questão. Estás preso. Olha. É assim, amiga. É para o que estamos.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife, or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key.
Olha! O gajo suíço matou-se.
Didn't see that coming.
Foda-se. O quê? Hã? O quê?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler.
Pois, é o
Last known
tal.
address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way. We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Mas amigo, temos a certeza que é para ir para lá. É que eu agora quero confirmar sempre. E é Willie's Apartment. Pronto. Bora lá.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
E o gajo está todo feliz.
She was incredible.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Pá, não.
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am.
Ixi, mas
Oh, I
está
like
todo
women as
fodido.
much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Tem mesmo que adquirir um novo.
Got friends who work at the examiner. How about $5 for the exclusive?
Let me through. I just want a quick look is all.
Thank God I didn't park there.
Shouldn't you be working?
Can you drive to this one?
Vamos lá ao tal Willie Apartment. E vamos lá ver a situação. Situação do coração, sem manipulação.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits
Yeah.
as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want any bullpups.
Eu estou a ouvir uma harmónica, então. É aqui atrás.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Então. Se calhar tem que o prender, não é? Se calhar não é para o matar. E o gajo continua a fugir. Amigo, o crime não compensa. Já devias saber disso, amigo. O gajo está sempre para subir o mastro. Salve seja.
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings.
There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
Aí o gajo não morre. Este gajo não morre. Morreu agora.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Ok. Um bocado fraco. Não achei muita piada esta DLC. Mas pronto. E agora? Mais um flashback da guerra.
We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill. That's one of our 50 cals still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
E ali um braço e o caraças. Que agressivo.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole. Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. But God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was won here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star, and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
E ali o Kelso sempre chateado. Manifesta Destiny. Ok. Novo caso.
Earl Phelps, a shooting at the 111 Club, 6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
Sounds like a homicide beef.
2 of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes.
Ish.
Appears we didn't get all of it.
Are we going to the Mocambo
This guy was willing to rat his own mother after I'd sweated him.
Ok, bem, deixa eu ver onde é que, se neste caso tenho, tenho, olha, Manifest Destiny, lying in the alley after you kill 2 goons, pronto, e assim temos mais um newspaper, eu quero a newspaper, já no outro caso, claro, o Phelps não falha. Aqui o Cole Phelps Badge 1247 não falha. É que não há outra forma de viver a vida a não ser a Cole Phelps Badge 1247. Putting you through now.
You can drive.
Bem. Só gostava de saber quando é que acaba aqui esses do Vice. Eu não curto não estou curtindo muito esta parte do Vice. bocado seca. Curti mais a cena dos homicídios e até o que eu achei mais desgraça, mais piada, foi mesmo do tráfico. Os casos eram engraçados. Este é assim um bocado seco.
This wind will be like a tornado, Phelps. Parker's got a puritanical streak. You never know we'll get swept up in a thing like that.
Este é um bocado seco. O Arson é aquele que eu tenho menos memórias.
Homicide guys are already inside. Tchaikovsky.
Phelps, back again.
We're here about the morphine.
Over by the bandstand. You can see what's left of the owner, Eddie McGoldrick, 26, former Marine.
I know Eddie McGoldrick. He was a non-com in my old unit.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cole. Waitress said he recently came into some money and bought the club.
Who are the other Vics?
2 musicians, Biddleston and Bo. And get this, they used to be in a 4-piece, but the trombone player and the drummer OD'd.
Don't tell me.
Overdose.
Mont and Tyree? We've met the rest of the band.
No piece.
Do you mind if we take a look around?
Foram os outros dois que
I
morreram.
want a word with the hostess too. I'll keep her company
De
until...
overdose. De morfina. O Arson tem casos interessantes, apesar de ser categorizado como o rank mais baixo de detetives. Pois é, aquilo depois acontece coisas. Também sou-te sincero, já não me recordo o que é. Mas acontece coisas e o gajo é despromovido. Goodbye. Yeah. Mas este é um bocado fraco. Este departamento do Vice é fraco. Pá, não há tanta investigação.
When you're ready to have a civil conversation, we can try again.
Portanto, estas garrafas não servem para nada. Pensava que dava para investigar o homem. Deixa-me ver aqui, olha. Tem aqui uma mala.
Well maintained, custom case. Someone cared for this instrument.
Yeah. E aqui estas rodinhas, isto é o quê? Ah! Realmente eu ouvi um clique. Yeah.
Neat trick. Case must have cost more than the trumpet.
Find anything interesting?
Sim. Olha. Mais uma.
Should follow up on the musician angle.
E agora tem aqui cenas também deles injetarem-se. Heroína.
Kept his stash close at hand.
Tem ali uma colher, e aquilo é para heroína, não é morfina. Deixa eu ver se aqui tem alguma coisa. Ei. Porquê é que estes gajos foram assassinados? Isso é que eu não percebo. Por que raio é que estes gajos foram assassinados? Tem alguma coisa a ver com o negócio da morfina. E o Mikey está aqui metido. Só pode. Olha, morfina. Deve ser mais a última opção. Acredito, não sei. Mas eu também não sou detetive. queria ver era este do bolso de fora, mas... Se calhar... se calhar não tem nada. Ah, tem aqui mais um... Mais um quarto. Isto é que é tabaco? Pois, são volumes de tabaco.
1,000 packs to a carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply.
Yeah, isto é muito tabaco. Isto é muito tabaquinho. E armas aqui. Oi.
These look brand new. Never fired. Haven't been degreased yet. We could check on the serial numbers.
Is this guy hunting for bear? Look at these things.
They're BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them?
Novas.
Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
We should get back to the station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
Pois. Que é muita coisa.
What do you think?
Have a word with the broad when you're ready. Maybe she knows what went down.
Deixa-me ver se há mais alguma pista. Tenha escapado. Ah, estava aqui mais coisas.
Bad luck, Eddie. Okinawa couldn't kill you, but knowing the wrong people in this city.
Este gajo não tem nada. Tá visto que os Estados Unidos são mesmo um país perigoso. E não é de agora. E tá visto que não é de agora. Ah.
Didn't even try to crack the safe.
Pois. Está aqui o dinheiro todo. Dinheiro e arma. Deixa-me ver se escapou-me alguma coisa aqui. Não escapou nada. Ah, deixa-me falar com este.
Take a look around, Phelps. Looks like a straightforward execution to me.
Yeah. A mim também me parece.
Come on, Roy.
Aí está o Roy. Tá
Not
aqui.
right now.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Have a word with the broad when you're ready. Maybe she knows what went down.
Deixa-me falar então com ela.
Ma'am, I'm Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
Welcome to the 111 Club, Detective. Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
Any idea who did the shooting?
No idea. It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
Doubt. Isto é doubt, mas eu vou confirmar. Como é que se chama este caso? Isto é doubt, mas eu vou só confirmar. Que eu gosto de confirmar. Caramba. Vice. Black Caesar, né? Mas acho que é este, não é? É. Doubt.
You want to level with me, miss, before we start taking an interest in you?
This place has been on the slide for years. Eddie turns up, buys the club, then we start getting visits from tough guys. Next thing you know, we have the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Are you getting the picture?
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
Ah, parece que estás a verdade.
Where do you think he got the money?
My guess was that he was selling the sort of quality product that you don't need to advertise.
Drogas, portanto.
Eddie was in over his head, but he was a decent boss.
Ok. Deixa-me falar aí com o Roy.
What now?
Back to the station. We need to speak to someone on the robbery detail.
Amigo. Este gajo nem quer conversa comigo. Está chateado. Oi.
Come on, you can tell me.
You're behind the wheel.
Do we know where we're going?
Vamos à estação. Foi o que tu disseste, portanto, eu acredito. Vais saber se é. Não.
That fucking rat Stoker has gone public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
Brenda got a baby.
Brenda is LA's most famous madam.
And everyone knows it?
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible. Our job is to keep it off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around unmolested.
Then we should change the law.
Are you out of your mind? Every politician in America is against prostitution, except when they're using them.
So where does Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. He could bring the whole thing crashing down on us.
Aren't you supposed to be working
Sir, do you know which robbery detectives are working the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus? I saw Caldwell in the squad room not long ago if you want to speak to him.
Thank you, sir. We'll do that.
This way.
Vamos lá falar com ele então. Aqui o Joca sabe onde é que é. Ah, ok. Isto é no briefing room, não é?
Harry, you got a minute?
Sure, Cole, anytime.
You've been working the docks robbery on the SS Coolidge?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you see it?
Inside job. Either the guys working the wharves or some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Case of BARs, case of Thompsons, crate of Valor smokes.
Homicide just recovered 3 BARs and a mountain of cigarettes at a shooting at the 111 Club.
No kidding. I better get over there.
Do you have a copy of the manifest?
Yeah. Here it is.
Este gajo tem a voz do... Este gajo tem a voz do... Pronto, não sei se tem a voz, mas a voz é muito parecida ao Garrus. Deixa eu ver.
These boys get any on the side?
Brandon Keener. Espera aí, isto... Deixa eu ver, Mass Effect. Keener is best known for his voice-over roles in several video games, most notably former CSEC officer Garrus Vakarian. Ah, foda-se, há vozes mesmo inconfundíveis. Há vozes mesmo inconfundíveis. Há vozes inconfundíveis. Ding 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 ding
I want to
ding.
make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that desk.
Oh, tal e qual, meu, tal e qual. Isto é... Isto é mesmo o Garrus.
This is the crate we recovered.
Yes. Naquilo não era Thompson, era o BRE tag.
Here's our backroom arsenal from the 111 Club.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him
Half
down
a
one
million
round.
cigarettes loose on the
Meio
streets of
milhão,
LA.
realmente. Mas Thompson, nós não apanhamos Thompson.
Enough to arm 3 companies. Some of these guys are from my old unit. They must have finally shipped home. Kelso. Sheldon. McGoldrick.
McGoldrick was on the boat?
Sure, we checked him out.
McGoldrick bought the 111 Club, Harry. His brains are all over the bar.
Looks like whoever stole the dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Thanks, Harry. Stay in touch on this.
Oh, vai ficar aí o Garrus. Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations. Pronto, temos aí algumas informações dramáticas. Deixa-me só falar aí com o Roy.
Any ideas?
No Blue Room, né?
You know the way. You can drive.
How about we pay a visit?
Vamos lá, Blue Room.
How well did you know the owner?
McGoldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
That's some cruel irony. You survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
It happens more than you'd think. Young guys trying to adjust to normal life, getting mixed up in the wrong crowds.
The kid had just bought a nightclub. I'd say he got mixed up in the right crowds.
Until someone filled him full of holes.
You don't come into that kind of money that quickly without pissing a few people off.
Até aí não é mentira, né? Vamos lá.
Excuse me. I've got to sort through some unclaimed items right now.
Ok.
So what next?
Olha, a Elsa. Oh, caralho.
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lichtman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
Since when have the police cared about dead black men?
Good point. We don't. What we care about is 2 tons of Army surplus morphine showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bow, or their knucklehead buddies Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries?
I've told you 1,000 times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy, how about you get a drink while I see to this?
Oh, agora vai cantar ali.
Will you sit down?
Vai tá foder, badalhoca. Andas-te a meter com homens casados, foder só,
Why
badalhoca.
antagonize him, Elsa? You know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, head officer.
Arre,
We have
officer.
work to do.
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
Isto é doubt, não é? Claramente, mas eu vou confirmar que eu não quero falhar. Ora, to be doubt.
You can do this the easy way with me, or I can call my partner back over. I can assure you he's a lot less sensitive.
You think your threats frighten me?
Tá foder, badalhoca.
Black man don't supply nothing. You think there's a black man in this town holding on to 2 tons of morphine? He'd be dead in a minute. White man supplies, black man buys.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, que caralho, estás a mentir outra vez. Eu
The
só nem
only
preciso
way you're going to
confirmar.
get rid of me is to give me an answer.
I knew Cornell. We worked together a few years ago. He loved the music, but the music didn't love him.
What does that mean?
It means that he just wasn't that good. He was a sad, lonely cat.
Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private word with the officer.
É, eu não vou ser comprado com cona. Acho nem acaba com a tussa.
Why do you ask people to risk talking about a subject that could have them jailed?
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
You're so full of courage, you have never felt ashamed.
This is getting us nowhere.
Do you think you'll win your war against narcotics?
It's not my war. It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the laws of this city.
Do you think you can stop people from needing drugs, Detective?
I'm asking the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions? You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough to just survive, Elsa. You have to try and make the world a better place.
Brave words, and very noble. But words are just words.
She's right. We need to pay a visit to the mixer.
Cohen?
Yeah.
Do you know where to find him?
This time of day? You'll find him holding court at the Mocambo.
He can wait.
Mocambo.
Something I need to be sure of.
Mocambo.
Give me till tomorrow morning.
Mocambo.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, partner.
Aí. Ele a dizer. Não pines Almá. Isso é estúpido. Tens uma mulher em casa, seu burro. Ainda para mais ela parece uma balhota. Quero pinocar a Almá. Ela tem pelo no sovaco. É impressão minha, o carro está a andar sozinho. Ah, não está não. Esta mecânica de chegar aos semáforos e eles ficarem vermelhos sempre que eu estou a chegar nestas perseguições é simplesmente ridículo. Simplesmente ridículo. Não há outra forma de dizer isto. Não há nenhuma forma simpática. Ridículo é a melhor palavra que descreve o que se está a passar. Mas pronto, é o que é. It is what it is. Este jogo parece que foi feito para a PlayStation 2, meu Deus. Que gráficos horríveis.
Vin, can't risk losing the trail.
Como é que eu saio do carro?
Much slack. Gotta get closer.
Como é que eu saio do carro? Ah, ok. Ai, ai. Ele vai mesmo pinocar a alma. Nossa, que nojo. Imagina. Pronto. Caiu na toca do lobo. Vale a pena. Já foste, Cândido. Está foda burro. És muito burro. Oh, e ela já está ali com um vestido de cetim. Eles combinaram. Olha. E está ali o nosso amigo Joca. A rir-se. Género, já foste Cole Phelps. Bates 1247. Agora a tua mulher vai saber que eu vou-lhe contar. Então, foi uma noite divertida? É o que o Joca vai perguntar. Está fodido, Joca. Canimambo, Mucambo.
We're looking for Mayor Cohen. I believe he has lunch here.
There's not going to be any trouble, is there?
Which table?
Number 3. If you'll follow me.
What's the special of the day?
Canimambo. Canimambo. Mucambo. Olha, aquela é a mesa 3.
LAPD. We have some questions
Hi,
regarding...
Mickey. How's it hanging?
Fine. Just fine, Roy. I see you brought Iga Beaver along. Hope he's not going to put the shakes on me again.
Cole Phelps. Mickey Cohen.
Good afternoon.
He has manners. Aren't you a little green for this kid?
Meet Johnny Stompanato, Cole. He has the biggest schlong in Hollywood and the smallest gun. Or maybe that's the other way around. I can never quite remember.
You're a funny guy, Roy. Haven't I always said what a funny guy Roy is? And how much fun it would be to get together with him sometime.
Poor Johnny. He's the dark, sensitive type. He's a serviceman too, Cole. Johnny was at Okinawa.
You were in the crotch?
6th Marines.
The lieutenant who won the Silver Star up on Sugarloaf. I've heard of you.
Something like that.
All right, have we finished flirting? You got something to discuss, Roy? Or are you going to stand around beating the meat while my lunch gets cold?
We have some questions.
Do I need my lawyer?
Oh.
Your brother-in-law, Lenny Finkelstein, was selling stolen morphine. He had 1/3 of the shipment.
Old news, kid. I don't know anything about what Lenny was up to.
A waitress will be with you in a moment.
Doubt, né? Ou será que é este? Acho que deve ser este. Se calhar é Lai. É Doubt.
So I'm supposed to believe that you don't know what happened to the rest of the shipment?
Lenny, God rest his soul, was a moron. He was family, though, and I haven't made a beef about that, so count yourself lucky, kid. The H is a filthy habit. I don't condone it. The simple solution would be to have all the dope fiends put down.
So you don't know where he got the morphine?
Kid, ask a question you might get an answer to.
We believe there's a link between a group of Marines and the morphine stolen from the SS Coolidge. One of those Marines was shot to death in a club last night.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
So you haven't heard anything about what happened at the 111 Club?
What can I say, kid? I'm shocked that in the land of opportunity, Uncle Sam's finest feel the need to resort to crime. It's a dangerous business. I can attest to that. I'd recommend they get out of the life. Quickly.
A few Negroes saying goodbye on the sidewalk will never make the papers, Mickey. But we had a judge in Pasadena say adios the other day. Prominent white people popping their clogs makes everyone nervous.
You know, dope has never been my thing, Roy. It's always been for schmendricks like Jack D and Jimmy Utley. But I'll ask around and I'll get back to you. Hey, you boys want some lunch? How about a drink?
We'll take a rain check on that. Come on, Cole, we're leaving.
We have to cut that dope. It looks bad with people dying.
We have to get the rest of it. There's no way of watering down the stuff in those little packages. You have to put the squeeze on those guys and get the rest of it.
They don't seem the type to frighten that easy.
We'll see.
Detectives, KGPL's going crazy. Shots fired at 1384 North Bronson. Some guy with an automatic spraying a Hollywood bus.
Quit.
On every car. Go!
Que caramba.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Agora, buzz stop shooting. Mas eu não quero conduzir. Fica já o aviso.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right, where to?
Tá lá, mas é.
All units, officers need help at 1384 North Bronson.
Pronto, é para andar ao estouro, não é isso que eu quero.
North Bronson, shots fired.
Dado que aqui no Vice está alta seca. Interessante. Nunca tinha visto as coisas nesse sentido. O jogo crashar desta forma. Inesperada. Este jogo é um bocado instável. Bem, ao menos desta vez crashou o jogo e não um PC. Já é meia vitória. Já não é propriamente mau. Eu queria pelo menos andar ao estouro. Ah, será que é dos 60 FPS? Será que é? Será que o crash é devido aos 60 FPS? Pode ser. Pode ser por causa do modo dos 60 FPS. Ok, então peraí. Se calhar é mais fácil correr a cutscene a 30 FPS e depois pôr o modo. Só depois de ligar o modo. Se calhar não era má ideia. Se calhar não é má ideia. As caras ficaram bugadonas, não reparei. Olha, não reparei. Tinham ficado bugadas. Mas bem. Vamos tentar outra vez. Tenta outra vez. Cold Fault, 1247. Ah!
So you're the first in this family born without a tail.
Pera lá.
I knew it wasn't safe around here.
Há uma coisa aqui estranha. Onde é que está isto? Lá in the alley after you kill 2 goons. Ah, pois ainda não matei ninguém nesta... Ixi, mas esta merda a 30 FPS. Mas vai ter que ser.
You're behind the wheel.
Mas vai ter que ser. Ixi, mas isto a 30 FPS é... Pagou-me os olhos.
All units, officers need help at 1384 North Bronson. 1384 North Bronson, shots fired. Any units to handle identified.
Por mais datada que esteja a tecnologia, parece que estão piores do que me lembro. E o AMD cenas não suaviza a coisa. Isto não, mas estes gráficos estão horríveis. Estes gráficos estão muito maus. Ah, era aqui esta parte, esta mudança de cutscene. Alto tiroteio. Ei, lá se foi a polícia. Ei, eu acertei-lhe. Até lhe tirei o chapéu. Mano, este gajo tem uma pontaria desgraçada. Está a apontar para um lado, mas acerta-me a mim. Está tudo. É boa a volta. Como é que vou lá para cima? Mas eu não estou a perceber este tiroteio. Mas era tu guns, eu só matei um gun. Este é o primeiro tiroteio desta missão, não é? É. É, não é? Mas saber o que é que diz. Lying in the alley after you kill 2 goons. Olá Luís Gustavo, bem-vindo ao live stream, está tudo? Ah, peraí, isto é uma Thompson. Isto aqui são umas magazines. Acho eu. Acho eu. Ah, não, estas são as tais bar.
It's one of the BARs.
Yeah. Este gajo adquiriu isto de alguma forma. E esta é mais uma magazine. Deixa-me ver quem é este indivíduo, se ele tem identificação. Este gajo. Deixa-me ver se tem alguma marca na mão. É negativo. E agora deixa eu ver esta mão. Também é negativo. Deixa eu ver se ele tem algum documento no casaco. Ah, tem. Alvaro Route. Hollywood and Sunset between 12 and 2 p.m. Mocambo Table 3. Foi o David Brown. Foi David Brown. Essas que eu não sei. Eu agora sou seguidor do David Bruno no Instagram. Criei o Instagram só para seguir o David Bruno. Não dá para... Opa, este bolso de fora, se calhar. Pois, não dá para ver o bolso de fora.
I know that guy. Felix Alvaro.
He's one of the guys from the ship?
His name was on the manifest.
Looks like McGoldrick wasn't the only one to get a message.
Hey, Alvaro.
Hey, Lieutenant.
He's just a plain detective now, Chico.
Who's the jughead?
This is my partner, Roy Earl. We just want to find out what happened.
What happened is that someone took a shot at my bus. And then cops turned up and start treating me like I'm some sort of Pachuco punk. My people have been in California for over 300 years.
Very fucking admirable, Felix.
You hear anything about the big heist on the Coolidge?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So what happened?
Not much. The cops came and interviewed me and all the other guys on the ship.
Bem, isto é de autolay, mas estou mais a tender para o lay e dar a cena do manifesto. Eu acho que estou a usar como prova a cena do manifesto, deixa ver. Buzz shooting. Pronto, afinal é de alto.
I was down at the 111 Club this morning, waiting for the medical examiner to scrape Eddie McGoldrick's brains off the bar. You want to tell me anything about that?
I heard that Eddie came into some money. Too bad he didn't keep a low profile. It was a tough break to get through Okinawa and then have to buy it back home.
Who's shooting at you, Felix?
How the fuck do I know?
The dead guy on the roof works for Mickey Cohen. Why would Cohen want you dead?
Man, I don't know anything about Mickey Cohen or any of those gangsters.
Details of it on Alvaro. Wait.
Your name was in the sniper's notebook. Level with me, Felix.
Cohen thinks because we were on the boat, we have the morphine. Courtney's meeting those guys to sort it out.
Courtney Sheldon?
Yeah. You remember Sheldon, don't you, Cole?
We'll be in touch, Felix.
You heard that Jack is in L.A.?
I saw his name on the manifest.
He's been here a couple of months. Sure glad to see you got over your wound, Lieutenant. I mean, Detective.
Pretty cool customer.
He's been under fire before.
You buying his story?
Not for a minute.
Is somebody gonna tell us what the hell's going on?
Deixa eu ver se encontro o tal jornal. Eu acho que não é aqui. É o tal jornal. Em cima não é. Bem, também não vou estar aí a chorar por causa de um jornal, não é? Mas é apenas a espiada à história. Se quer mais para a frente. Deve ser mais para a frente.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Jack Kelso.
Just a second. Jack Kelso, apartment 4, 1408 North El Centro Avenue, Hollywood.
Thanks for your help.
Portanto, já temos a morada.
What now?
All your war buddies. How cozy. We need to go embrace Jack Kelso.
Mas acho estranho não saber onde é que
You know the
está.
way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Pois. Eu queria era o jornal. Mas pronto, é o que é. It is what it is.
Jack was a company sergeant. He would never get involved in something like this.
We brace him and drag him downtown.
Won't work. He's a tough customer. Hello, Jack. This is Detective Roy Earl.
Hello, Cole.
We would like a word.
Would you like to come inside?
Actually, we'd prefer if you'd come downtown with us. Do you mind?
Do I have any choice?
No. You don't.
Are you going to tell me what this is all about?
It would be better for all of us if we discussed it at the station.
Bad move, Cole.
How have you been, Jack?
Cut the crap. You pick me up in front of my apartment like a common criminal and then expect small talk? Fuck you.
Pá, até aí o gajo tem razão.
Do you know that there's a gang war going on in LA trying to recover that stolen morphine?
That has nothing to do with me.
Opa, eu não sei, mas acho que isto deve ser a cena do manifesto.
Jack, you know about the morphine. You weren't involved, but you know who is.
You can't prove what I know and what I don't know, Cole. This is going nowhere.
Será que é doubt? O Kelso é um gajo bastante sensato. Pá, não sei, agora estou confuso. Será que... Precisa de ir à casinha de banho. Fazer o chiche. Ai. Pá, mas acho que não tenho nada contra ele. Pocketbook recording details ou não? Acho que não. Manifesta, pá, já não me recordo se estava ali o nome dele, mas acho que não. Se calhar é doubt. Se calhar é doubt.
I'm sure it would be
Eu não tinha provas contra ele.
your life story, boys, but the truth is, I don't give a fuck. You were on the boat, Kelso. What happened?
Do you really think a bunch of Marines could muscle in on the dope rackets in this town? Between the Vice Squad and the mob, I hear it's pretty sewn up.
You better watch your mouth.
Este gajo a partir mesmo. É de out, depois era que eu estava aqui à procura das coisas, não tinha nada assim concreto.
Did you know that Eddie McGoldrick recently came into money and bought a nightclub?
No, I didn't know that.
Ele está muito sério dos olhos. Está a dizer a verdade, está a dizer a verdade. Bom, eu vou bater de queixo, mas... Não, por acaso é verdade.
Mobsters blew his brains out last night.
No, I didn't.
You heard that a crate of BARs went missing?
No, I didn't.
Foda-se, ou este gajo está mesmo a dizer a verdade ou é muito convincente. Não, o gajo está a dizer a verdade.
I saw Felix Alvaro today.
Good. How was he?
A little pale. One of Mickey Cohen's goons had emptied about 60 BAR rounds into the bus he was driving. A public bus, in the middle of Hollywood. Are you going to tell me what's going on? Or do more innocent people have to die?
Yeah, and what's in it for you, Cole? Newspapers? More glory? Another promotion? Another medal at the expense of men who fought for their country? Count me out.
Este Kelso, ele tem bad blood. Há bad blood.
What do you know about the Army surplus robbery from the Coolidge, Jack?
What I know is that on 3 separate occasions, you would have been dead if it weren't for me. I don't know anything about the robbery.
Não, isto parece doubt. E o gajo está... Isto é doubt. Aqui é doubt. Que o gajo está ali a ferver por dentro. Eu não tenho nenhuma prova contra ele. Acho eu. Pois, o manifesto, pá, aqui não me diz nada. Cargo passenger manifest for SS Coolidge, pá, não. Surplus from the SS Coolidge at St. Pedro Wharves. Pá, deve ser doubt.
People are dying because morphine intended to help servicemen.
Que é doubt, e só digo porque ele respondeu com merdas do WhatsApp, é verdade.
Being killed by
E não havia provas também contra ele.
Gratitude isn't a concept that has much effect on you, is it, Cole?
Answer the question, Jack. Let's get this over with.
I was interviewed when the robbery took place. I don't have anything further to add.
Jack, we just want information.
Bullshit, Cole. Did you seriously believe that dragging me down here would get me to give up my own guys? You call yourself a Marine? Trying to make a name for yourself with this shitheel? Look at this chump with his $200 suit and $2,000 car.
The tough guy act is really impressive. I like you, Jack. I'd like to make you for this. I really would. I'm going to be working on it and keeping an eye on you. You can go now.
Shooting, Robert Steiner, 6780 West Sunset Boulevard. The victim is a Chris Majowski.
Another name from the manifest?
Ai. O tal Mickey está a limpar a casa toda. Olha, mas eu não vou conduzir. Não vale a pena. Eu nem acabar 14, eu não vou conduzir. Conduz tu. Este dá uma sensação que é o último caso do Vice, não é?
That was like being trapped in an elevator with a married couple who can't decide whether they love each other or hate each other.
We go back a long way.
You went too easy on him. Next time, you leave it to me. I know how to handle that smug son of a bitch.
You don't. Jack will never give up his own men.
Deixa-me meter aqui o meu teclado fantástico a carregar.
They just walked up and shot the man.
Ai, cara.
2 of them officers, they went that way.
Go on, get after him.
Ai, não queria conduzir. Ai. A condução neste jogo é miserável. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo. Devia ganhar um achievement só por causa disto. Dispara.
can't take the shot from here, Cole.
Dispara, bro. Ah, será que são estes dois guns? Deve ser, deve ser. A condição neste jogo é mesmo muito fraca. Ninguém merece. Olha, atropelei o gajo. Ah. Então deve ser aqui que está o jornal. Yeah, boy. Ah, está aqui já à minha frente. Ah, perfeito. Coisa mais linda. LAPD Vice Scandal could go all the way to the top. Oh. Hey. Stoker tell all may cost jobs at City Hall. Mayor District Attorney declined to comment.
We have to look at damage limitation. We can't allow that strumpet Brenda Allen to bring down the whole administration.
We've got to put a lid on the press. Can't someone talk to Harry over at the Times?
It's too late. The Times would look ridiculous if we dropped the story now.
Who is this Stoker?
Stoker's a lily-white. Nothing that will fix this in the short term.
My law and order credentials are disappearing as we speak.
Can we get Brenda to leave town?
Yes, we can, but she won't go quietly. Brenda has extensive records.
Can she at least lay low?
That's already been taken care of.
Mayor?
Hello, Roy.
District Attorney?
Who is this guy? And what does he want, Horrell?
The name's Roy Earl, detective, administrative vice.
Aren't you one of the clowns that got us into this mess?
Oh, I think that the orders regarding Brenda come down, not up, Mayor. I have a human interest story. It involves a certain LAPD cop, a hero from the war, who has let his beautiful wife and kids down, who has betrayed America for a German junkie whore, who has abandoned his pledge to the LAPD, and his commitment to the public. We all serve. Could be all over the papers by tomorrow, and you would be off the hook.
So what do you want in return, Roy? Fingering a fellow officer?
Este jogo é filho da puta. Poisana. Dá para dar um tiro já, este filho da puta. Oh, mais uma arma. Mais uma armita. Tem que ver dentro da... Não. Tem que ver dentro do casaco, né? Ah. Está aqui o tal manifesto.
An LAPD file. We have a traitor in our midst. All of the names on the list have a hit team assigned to them.
Não. Essa eu já vi. Quero, opa, quero outro bolso. Ah, o gajo não tem outro bolso, já percebi.
We need to get to those guys fast, otherwise there'll be no case.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
The post office, Cole, and be quick about it.
Ué, estava a faltar aqui o bem. Ah! Pois, tinha aqui uma. Mickey's meeting.
Cohen is meeting with Sheldon tonight.
Ah. Ok. Pronto, deixa-me só dar aqui uma volta a ver se o som mudou. Mudou.
So what next?
The post office, Cole, and be quick about it. You can drive.
Ali.
Where are we going?
Espera aí. Oi, qual é? Grauman Chinese Theater ou Hollywood Post Office? Qual é que eu tenho que ir agora? Kelso, Hollywood Police Station, Robert's Diner, Hollywood Post Office, é mesmo isso. É que eu agora não quero perder. Não quero perder provas. Se bem que agora vou ser despromovido, não é? Mas
Taking out
não.
all the guys from the ship.
Why? How does that get them the dope?
They obviously don't know who has the morphine, and they're waiting for someone to crack.
Epá, mas o Phelps porque é que foi para a cama com aquela alemã, meu? Tipo... Foda-se. A cabeça de baixo pensa sempre muito mais do que a de cima. Está visto? Está que pariu. É que ele está a disparar todo contente. Bem, vamos empenar aí uns bandidos, não é? Falta um. Ah, está ali. Já está.
Leave that car in front of that hydrant and I'll give you a ticket.
Olha, mais um. Acho que ainda está vivo.
Tell Courtney.
Vai-te foder.
Bad luck.
Então.
It was worth a try.
O gajo ainda está vivo e o gajo está a mexer nele. Ah, o gajo morreu entretanto. Ah, este gajo confessou.
Polar Bear Ice Company. Really did it. Wonder whether it was worth it.
Most people never get the chance to be rich. Wouldn't you risk it?
Ixi. E o casaco? É porque não tem nada. Tem aqui mais um falecido.
Looks like Sheldon is bringing his own fire team with him.
E esta mão? Tem nada.
Juski, Beckett, Goldrick, Driscoll, these are good guys. Why did they get wrapped up in this thing?
Supostamente.
Not everyone has your unwavering restraint in the face of
Supostamente ainda tem aqui outra prova, não é? Ou outra pista. Deixa eu ver. Ah, pirim, pirim. Ok, o som é diferente. Ok, temos que ir à última localização.
Get a move on, Roy. Hoo-ah.
Not right now.
What do you think? We need to get the Grauman's before all these
Can you
guys
drive to
get
this one?
whacked. All right, where to?
Vamos ao Chinese Theater, não é?
Beautiful day. Hope we have no trouble.
This isn't looking good. I feel like the fat kid at the back of a race.
You sure it's Cohen making the hits?
All fingers point his way. Your buddies are in way over their heads. Being a Marine doesn't mean shit out here.
Fogo, está mesmo a ser alta limpeza. Toca a perseguir outra vez.
Steer him off the tar. Step on it, huh? Just give me a little closer. Hit him. Clear this asshole off the road. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Era sério.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Sai do carro, burro. Sai do carro.
I don't know the way. LAPD, put your hands in the air.
Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Oi? Ah, apesar que tinha crashado já. Este joga, filha da puta. Do Roy. Seu boy.
Advice?
If we can get them all in the alleyway, we wrap the whole case.
You can drive.
Então vamos lá.
Do we
Ao tal
know where we're
meeting
going?
place. Arrange meeting between Courtney Sheldon, Mickey Cohen and associates. Vamos lá então. Não tá fácil. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air.
Light them up.
All right, let's kill these rat bastards.
Ok.
Keep moving, I'll cover you.
Supostamente está aqui, não é?
On the roof.
Really hurts.
Eu mato tudo.
They're making a run for it after them. Find some cover.
Aqui, tá outro lá ao fundo, não é? Oi! Tá. O Phelps era mesmo commando. Era Marine.
GPL to car 11K. Car 11 King, come in. Car 11 King.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Hey, Courtney Sheldon is at Hollywood Station requesting an interview with Detective Cole Phelps.
Well, I'll be damned.
That's not correct protocol, 11K. I'll take that as a roger.
Car 11 King en route.
Ok.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Então vamos lá à police station. Resolver a situação. Acho eu. Eu curtia pelo menos acabar este caso. Está visto que este é o último do Vice. E depois vamos para Arson.
Roy, in my office, if you please. I'm working a major case. I'm not close, Cap. It's gonna have to wait.
Let Phelps do the interrogation.
But, Cap.
No buts. This is more important.
Não, ele está todo contente, mas eles vão falar mal de ti, ó burro. És muito burro.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Sheldon, is this your attorney?
No, Detective. This is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He came down here to help me out.
How do you do, sir?
You stole the morphine from the Coolidge.
You can't prove that.
Let's see if I can try. And what is your relationship to Sheldon, sir?
Tutor, mentor. Mr. Sheldon is a medical student of mine. He has a very bright future.
Oh, that's nice to know. Too bad all of your war buddies won't get to see your graduation. I would have asked Beckett or Majewski or Driscoll about their involvement, but that's difficult, considering they're all dead. That leaves you, Sheldon.
You can't blame their deaths on me, Phelps.
You're lying, Courtney. The other guys aren't smart enough to attempt something like this. You either give it up, or I go after Jack for it.
And how do you prove that, Cole?
Então, o que eu tenho... isto.
We know about your showdown with Cohen. We found notes on your guys.
Cohen is hitting our old dude. He believes we have the morphine. I told him that we don't have it. And that's the truth. Isn't it, Doc?
I believe Mr. Sheldon. I think he's telling the truth, Detective.
Este gajo é fake news também.
You were on the ship, Sheldon.
Yes, that's correct.
So you had opportunity.
But it doesn't mean that I was involved.
Pois, mas eu tenho gajo que confessou tudo.
So you don't mind that the mob executed McGoldrick, Driscoll, and Beckett to get to you?
I don't know why you're trying to pin this on me. Where's your proof?
Murdered Marine Walter Beckett. Tell Courtney bad luck, it was worth a try.
Beckett had a message for you before he died. Bad luck. It was worth a try.
I feel bad about Beckett, Phelps. He was a hard charger. Those guys deserve more. I don't blame them for taking their shot.
Have you finished, Detective?
I'm just getting started. You have an answer for everything, Courtney. Let's hope Jack does, because now I'm going after him. Is there anyone you're not prepared to sacrifice?
Jack is not in this. He's a good guy.
You were Jack, Courtney. I don't care who goes to jail. I just want the morphine off the street.
What are you offering, Cole?
Don't be ridiculous, son. This man is gambling.
What's your offer?
Doctor, good to see you.
I'm conducting an investigation.
Upstairs in my office, now.
This man is about to confess.
As of now, you're suspended from duty, pending a fitness review.
What are you talking about?
You heard the man, Phelps. Upstairs and face the music like the hero you wear.
O quê? Já estou mesmo a queimá-lo, foda-se. Aquele Roy é miserável.
You certainly had us fooled, Detective. Phelps, you're one of my favorite sons. You've broken this old man's heart.
What is going on here?
You're suspended, Phelps. Hand over your badge and gun.
Don't keep him waiting.
What is going on here?
Your wife's attorney has pictures of you and the German. Compromising pictures, lad.
She's pressing charges. You'll be formally charged with adultery. A criminal cannot serve as an LAPD officer, as I'm sure you're aware.
I don't understand.
How could you do it, lad? Your wife, your children, consorting with the enemy and a dope fiend at that. You're lucky the war is over. You'd be taken out and shot.
The department doesn't need this kind of publicity, Phelps. Hand over the gun, keep your head down until your board hearing. I forbid you to make any comments to the press.
Não, mas já não trabalho para ti, vai-te foder.
What the hell were you thinking?
Pronto.
Marie, listen, Marie, I need to explain.
Please leave. You're upsetting the girls.
Let me see them, Marie. They're my daughters.
Que filha da puta.
Go to her, Cole. You have done enough damage here.
Mesmo.
Do you want me to call the police?
For God's sake, Marie. Can't we at least talk?
What is there to talk about? Do you love her? Do you?
Ah.
What were you thinking?
É burro do caralho.
Children, can you imagine what this has been like for them? Go away, Cole.
Foda-se. Que burro do caralho.
Has hired an attorney and you will be hearing from him.
I'd like to explain, Marie.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to tell you what I've been going through.
What you've been going through. I have had reporters camped out on the front lawn all morning. I can't stand it, Cole.
É para mais, aposto que a gaja era tão peluda como um orangotango, mas pronto. Mas isso também já soube. Olha, e a mala dele? Ele só tinha aquilo de roupa. Parece eu. Também só tenho umas calças de ganga e 2 t-shirts. Ai ai. Ó. Caralho, o gajo não basta ser burro uma vez. O gajo precisa de continuar a ser burro. Rasta foda, moço. Que burro. Olha, desculpa, posso voltar a entrar na sua vagina? Está foda. Até ele fica confuso, assim. Tá, mas esta gaja, tipo, continua a abrir a porta. Tá bem. Pronto. Demoted. Arson Desk. Pronto. O homem do gás. O gajo do Insta Hit. Mudou a posição da válvula. Isso também não se faz, fogo.
Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like pork in that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, Detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
Pronto. É o que é. It is what it is.
I don't want no part of it. Captain finds out, we're dead. Mouthpiece was stripped off me at the grand jury.
Então, temos dois sítios para ir, não é? Eis. Eis. E agora? É nesta sucata que acabou?
Any ideas?
Captain said the first place was on Kenmore. Let's go.
Pronto, vamos então a Kenmore.
And where exactly are we going?
Vamos lá.
How long have you been working arson?
We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? We'll look somewhere else.
Ih, está tenso. Isto está muito tenso. Ei. Coitados. Perderam tudo.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in her face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. And they come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house. In the ruins. Terry lady's his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
Mas bem, amiguinhos, vamos ficar por aqui nesta live stream de NOIRE. Estamos agora aqui no arson, ou seja, incêndios, que é tipo o pior departamento que se pode estar, segundo consta. E é isso, vemo-nos então numa próxima live stream. Um grande abraço para todos vocês e desejo-vos um ótimo ano. Neste primeiro dia do ano, é a única coisa que vos consigo desejar é que vocês tenham um bom ano e que tudo corra bem este ano. Que seja melhor do que 23. Mas é isso, amigos. Grande abraço. Fiquem todos muito bem. Tchauzinho, amigos. Tudo bom.